Hello everybody, welcome to Two-Dimensional Design. Today we're going to be talking about positive and negative space and your first sketchbook drawing. But before we go there, I would like to talk to you about a couple simple exercises that you can do for fun in your sketchbook. And these relate to positive and negative space. One is just bring a line straight down and make some shapes, just shapes, not forms. Do stuff like this, anything you like. Just keep it very simple. And at the end of this, let's put another triangle here. At the end of this, go ahead and rotate back and forth between positive and negative on the shapes that you created. It's a very quick exercise. Don't labor it. You'll soon get all that you can from this, an understanding of what positive and negative space is all about. I'll explain that in just a moment. So you have something like that. Then you can carry it on by making sure that all these have their own little compartment that would also then be made with positive and negative. So this has its own compartment also. It goes over like this. I might round this edge off, and of course this would be, once again, your positive and negative. So we just continue doing this, like this, until you get all of these. And you can carry this out linearly any way you want, as far as you would want to do that, and go have as many different even shapes to your positive and negative. And complete it like this. There we go. There's our negative, positive, so we go something like that. So just have fun with this kind of a relationship. Like I say, you can put another shape over here, keep a positive and negative, and carry it further out as much as you want. This is just for fun, you guys. So just do this and it gives you a better understanding. This one's a little bit more structured. You put that center line down there and just put some circles. You don't have to do a bunch of different shapes. We can just do different size circles so you can change the scale a little bit. And then on one side, put all your darks. Whatever side you want. So now you have a side that's dark and a side that's light. Of course, now the other side is going to be, the background is going to be the dark. See how this works? Like I say, these are very, very fast exercises. Don't labor them. It's not rocket science, but you certainly can see that relationship of the positive and negative. This is a good little exercise. You can do as many of these as you want, think as many shapes as you want to have some fun with it, okay? Well, let's get on to our sketchbook assignment. I've done a little pre-drawing here to help me get through this in a quicker way, have a shorter video. So I have drawn in my sketchbook here a thumbnail sketch. I'd like your thumbnails on this time to be about 3 by 3 inches. Mine's a little smaller here, but so you work out how the size it's going to be in your sketchbook. And then make sure that you have, adequate amount of graphite that you've drawn this with. I'm using a 4H pencil. You could use that pencil. It works fine for what we're doing here. And you don't necessarily want these lines to be shown when you're finished with your drawing. So this is your drawing. You see how fast that is. And it should be real quick. Just circles. Don't make a bunch of different forms. And you can have them overlap if you like. It gets a little more interesting. I end up with this tracing. After I have that drawing, I can trace that. Now I have graphite on this side, correct? So I flip it over and I lay it right next to there and I draw it again. And now I have graphite on both sides of my tracing paper. And it will transfer that drawing on that side. And then you can flip it over again, and because I have graphite on both sides, I could draw it again, it'll transfer, and then I can flip it, draw it again, and it'll transfer. Well, what does that look like? I've already pre-done it for you here, so it'll look like this. I have mine on tracing paper. Yours will be in your sketchbook. Now, You do the positive and negative with a pencil now, and you take your time, fill in all the positive, leaving the negative, and do the opposite. These two will be the same. These two will be the same. This sets you up for your project that you're going to be working on. This is exactly the format for that project. So concentrate on that, okay? This is what I need you to get you to do and have in your sketchbook to get ready for the exercise. Remember, in positive and negative space, we are dealing with flat space, also known as a figure ground. A figure ground would be something, I'll do this real quickly if I can for you. A figure ground would be if we had something like this, and we had a figure. We then will fill that in with our positive. This is our positive. Forgive me if I'm not totally black on all this because I don't want to take the time to do that. So this is our figure on that ground. An artist will understand this background is as important as this. The positive and the negative have equal importance. If you want this to come out, it's what you have in the back that's going to do that. It's not going to be the object themselves. A lot of new artists always concentrate on the object, not on the background. So this shows you the importance of both positive and negative space, or also known as figure ground relationship. Okay, now the beauty is, of course, in the tracing paper. I can't emphasize enough how important this paper is to you. You can only trace, flip it upside down, transfer with it. You can also stack things. You can interlock shapes and forms together, create some very intricate drawings you could never pre-think. You could just do it by seeing it and seeing what you want to do. And that's the beauty. So get used to using tracing paper. You'll be using it on every assignment that you have in this class. Okay? Well, get that done and we'll move on to exercise 1. That's going to be in PDF format. And if we have our live classes, you'll be able to ask me questions on that directly. So go ahead and look at that exercise 1 PDF that you have in your course information. Okay? Take care now. Talk to you next time.